Mute your microphones, all of you. Can you all hear me now? Am I audible to you people?
What is the issue?
Am I audible to you people? Am I audible to all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Respond. When I ask you something, respond on the call. Or else, how will I understand? Those who are online, you people should respond. Somebody should unmute his or her microphone. If you see the other students are not responding, unmute your microphone and respond. Okay? On the call online. Meanwhile, I will be calling out the name of the attendants, those who have given your roll numbers out here. I will be calling out the names of the students. Please respond when I call your roll number. Unmute your microphone and respond. Okay. Roll number 125, Gaurav Roy. Roll number 125, Gaurav Roy. Score back. Roll number 103, Nandan Bhandari.
Present, ma'am.
Okay. Roll number
Present,
110,
ma'am.
Indra. Okay, Nandan, I heard you. Roll number 110, Indra Chatterjee.
Present, ma'am. Present.
Okay. Roll number 45, Saurabh Kumar Singh.
Present, ma'am.
Okay. Roll number 122, Orko De.
Present, ma'am.
122 De. Okay. Roll number 108, Arya Basif. Roll number 108, roll number 48,
Present, ma'am.
roll number
48 present. Hello.
number 59, Sanju Kumari.
Present,
Roll
ma'am.
number, okay.
I am.
Roll number 100, Akash Roy. Roll
Yes,
number
ma'am.
Roy. Roll number 60, Ram Ratan Kumar. 60, Ram Ratan Kumar. Roll number 112, Vilas Tripati. 112, Vilas Tripati. Roll number 41, Aditi Raj. 41, Aditi Raj. Roll number 119, Abhishek Singh.
Present, ma'am.
Abhishek
Ma'am,
Ma'am,
119 present, ma'am.
41.
41, Aditi Raj.
Yes, ma'am. 41. Ma'am, 41.
Okay, okay, okay. Roll number 115, Haika Nath.
Present, ma'am.
Okay. Roll number 104, Chitto Mahato.
Present, ma'am.
Okay. Roll number 60, Rejaul Malik. Roll number 60, Rejaul Malik.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Roll number 116, Deep Banerjee.
Present, ma'am.
Okay. Roll number 39, Saddam Shankar.
Present, ma'am.
Roll number 114, Ipsita Mitro.
Present, ma'am.
Okay. Roll number 52, Jaspreet Kaur.
Yeah, present.
Roll number 52, Jaspreet. Roll number 44, Asif Akhtar.
Present, ma'am.
Okay. Roll number 101, Apurva Mazumdar. Roll number 101, Apurva Mazumdar. Roll number 120, Aman De. Aman De. Roll number 120. Roll number 51, Sushmita Mukherjee.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, roll number 126, Muskan Kumari. Muskan Kumari. Roll number 118, Ankita Paul.
Present, ma'am.
Okay. Roll number 46, Soumyadeep Maji. Roll
Present,
number
ma'am.
46, Soumyadeep Maji.
Present.
Roll number 54, Shriparna Roy.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Roll number 40, Sandeep Chaudhary.
Yes, ma'am.
Roll number 40, Sandeep Chaudhary.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Roll number 10, Imran Usmani. Roll number 10, Imran Usmani. Who is roll number 10? Imran Usmani. Is he there in B2 or B4 batch? Roll number 50, Shupriyo Mitro. Roll number 50, Shupriyo Mitro. Roll number 107, Jeet Banerjee.
Ma'am, 50 present, 50 present.
Then respond on time. Roll number 107, Jeet Banerjee.
Present, ma'am. Present, ma'am.
Okay. Roll number 62, Shomili Roy. 62, Shomili Roy. Roll number 55, Gazamfar Imam.
Present, ma'am.
Okay. Roll number 17, Anik Chatterjee. Roll number 17, Anik Chatterjee. Anik Chatterjee.
Ma'am,
Roll number
B1.
17.
Ma'am, Anik
That
Chatterjee,
is what I'm saying. There are few students from B1 who have entered in the group of B2, B4. Like Imran is there, Anik, because roll number 10, roll number 17 is not supposed to be a part of batch B2, B4. That is why I'm asking. These people have entered the group unnecessarily. Those who are B2, B4, some students may not are not able to join the group in that case. We have formed another group. If anybody is there from B1 batch, please remove yourself from the group because this is for B2 and B4 batch. Roll number 39.
Ma'am, present
Ma'am, roll
39.
number 62 present.
That I heard. Roll number 62, I heard Shomili. I even heard Gazamfar. I did not hear Anik Chatterjee is from B1, I think. Abhishek, I heard you. Roll number 119, Abhishek Singh, I heard your response. You are present, I know. Chandan Kumar Mandol. Chandan Kumar Mandol, roll number 47. Is roll number 47 a part of B2?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, since rest of your roll numbers I have heard you, like Neela Vepari, I heard your response. Arya Vasif, I also heard your response. So I will now start with the class. In between, if anybody is joining, like in between the call, if people are joining the group, you people please ask your friends to write their names and roll numbers so that I can have it here as a documentation and I can have it written in the group. Okay. So I will now start with the class. Directly, I will start with the class. As I was supposed to start with the topic of writing skill. I already started with writing skill in my last class, in my previous class, if you remember. I already started with the topic writing skill. Today, I shall continue the in-depth of the topic. I shall continue with the in-depth knowledge of the topic, which is on writing skill. And I will be discussing in details about the sub-skills of writing. Along with that, I will directly discuss about the various aspects of writing skill, which we should be aware of. Now, what is writing? As we discussed in our last class, we already discussed this. What what is meant by writing? The term writing basically refers to a concept we can call as a learned art. What do we mean by learned art? Very simple. If we think of writing in this context, when we were child and we were like kids, we were taught the process of writing when we were given the lesson on alphabet. We were taught the process of writing by our parents, by our teachers, when we were in our nursery, if you remember. What we were used to do, our parents used to ask us, like, how did we learn the handwriting procedure? Our teacher or our parents used to show us, like, when we used to write the alphabet A, they used to like show us that one line from this right side, another line joining the left side, and then a line in the middle. And then that is a figure or an alphabet which you term as A. Then they used to teach us the pronunciation. So writing is something which we learn. By hearing, you cannot learn writing. You have to learn writing by practicing. So basically, we termed it as an art. Okay, as time proceeded by various writing experts and all, they have all termed that writing is primarily a learned art, because as a child, this is an art normally which we learn. How do we learn? Our parents, our teachers, assist us, and we learn the art of writing. We learn how to frame the alphabet. And after we know how to frame the alphabet, slowly and steadily, what do? We slowly and steadily start to form words from those alphabets. And from the words, we slowly and steadily start forming sentences as well. So in this procedure, we learn the concept of writing. Okay? So this is what we discussed in our last class. Along with that, we also discussed what are the advantages of writing, what are the different types of writing, what are the different styles of writing. Today we will discuss about the sub-skills of writing. We will discuss about the aim of writing. Okay, so we are going to discuss about those small aspects. So now let us start with the basic thing. And now, what is writing? What's the difference? What is the main difference between the concept of writing and the concept of speaking? What is the difference? There is a huge difference between concept of writing and concept of speaking. What do we mean by that? When we write, okay, we use our hands, we use our fingers, we try to coordinate our ears, our fingers, and our eyes, everything we coordinate it, and we a sentence or okay? So that is what is writing. Now, when we speak, what do? We don't involve our hands in that. When we speak, we involve our face, we involve our mouth, we involve our tongue. When we will discuss about phonetics from our next classes, I will even tell you how do we exercise or how do we make use of our face, of our mouth, and of our tongue. Okay. Now, writing is basically a mode of communication. We need to remember this concept. We need to like always keep this in mind when we are learning the concept of writing. Writing is basically a communication process, which is nothing but a visual representation of speech. If you want, you can write this down. As I told you all, always whenever in the lab classes, even if it's a virtual class, I would always prefer you people to keep your HU copies with you, because the lecture that I give you is more than what I send you in the okay? So if you want, you can please note it down. So writing is basically, it is a mode of communication, which is nothing but a representation of our speech. Okay. Now, what does writing basically involve? We need to now think of it practically. Like, let us now think in the practical context. What does writing? Writing basically involves the use of grammar. Okay? Writing makes use of grammar. Writing makes use of sentence construction. Makes use of sentence cohesion between words and sentences. It makes use of language procedure. It makes use of vocabulary. It makes use of spelling. It makes use of handwriting. So these are all the attributes that writing makes use of. So we need to now concentrate and we need to now learn about what are the various stages of writing. Like how does writing procedure. Now let us give me a very simple example to you. When you climb staircases, how do you climb a staircase? When you climb a staircase, how do you do it? You climb one step to the other. You don't jump. You jump from the first stair to the fifth stair. You can't. Even if you're physically extremely fit, even if you are a sports person, still you can't do that. Okay? You have to take one step to the other to reach the next level. Similarly, writing also follows a step-by-step procedure. Writing needs to follow a step-to-step procedure in order to be perfect, in order to be systematic, in order to be skillful, in order to be practically attractive to the reader. How do we do that? Now you write it down. These are the steps which I will explain and I will give it to you. Write it down because this is the procedure on how we proceed. Number one, step number one. I will explain you and I will also give you notes in between so that you can understand. Step number one. What's the first step? Brainstorming. Write down the first step of writing. So writing is basically divided into 6 steps. Okay, for example, 5 to 6 steps. The process of writing. First step is called brainstorming. Write it down. The first step of writing, it is known as brainstorming. What is brainstorming? Now, practically, this is the question that definitely should come to your mind. What do we mean by the term brainstorming? Brainstorming is a very simple thing if you think about your own self. When I give you an essay, or in the class, if I ask you to write a paragraph, for example, when we did extempo in the class, we did extempo when the college was on. What did we do? I gave you the topic and I gave you 5 to 10 minutes to think. And then I asked you to frame your speech and you came and you gave the assessment. What did you basically do? You first got the topic. After you got the topic, you sat and you thought. How did you think? You used your brain. You thought about the topic. You decided upon the points that you want to say. And you framed your speech that you want to say. So that is what is brainstorming. Brainstorming is nothing but the method of using your brain to, the method of exercising your brain for creating the substance that you want to write. Okay? So that is the first stage of writing, which is termed as brainstorming, which means that you are utilizing your gray matter, you're utilizing your brain to write, frame, or create my first step of writing. These are the stages of writing skill. Second stage of writing skill is making notes. What do I mean by that? Making notes, what do I exactly mean by that? I mean it once I think about it. Decide about it. After that, what I will do, I will write of what I do. Please mute back your microphone. Some of your microphones are on. I want only my microphone will be on when the lecture is going. Please mute back your microphone.
Ma'am, someone removed me again and again.
Who?
I don't know, ma'am. I am Gaddam Shankar.
You please find it out because someone might have removed you. Are you right now on call? Right now, are you able to join? Right now, are you able to join?
Yes,
See,
ma'am.
if somebody is doing it deliberately for disturbing the class, I would suggest that person, I don't know who is doing that, but I would suggest that person to immediately leave the group. Because if you are not interested, you have no right to disturb others. Neither you have the right to disturb you. You might be a very bright student. You might be a student who knows every single thing under the earth, starting from technical knowledge to your English knowledge. I'm sure you are an expert. So I will be happy that if you leave the group and don't disturb people who are there in the group and they have taken out time. There are even your friends are there who have taken out time from their rosa and they are joining the class. So I want to give my best effort to teach my students since I'm doing the best thing that I can do. I don't want these kind of disturbances. And CR, please keep a note. And CR, Ardev and Khushbu, since I'm using mobile phone for doing this call, so I'm not being able to check the messages. Some of your friends are messaging me in WhatsApp. Please kindly check the WhatsApp while you are on the call with me. Just check those. Some people are writing that, ma'am, I cannot join the call and all these things. Ask them in group who are writing that and just ask them to write it in this group because I won't be able to check WhatsApp right now. Okay? Okay, so as we were discussing, the first step was brainstorming. The first step of writing is brainstorming. The second step of writing is making notes. What do I mean by that? Very simple again. After you thought, after you decided that this is the thing that I want to write, after that, what you will do, you will start making a rough note. You will start basically noting down the points or jotting down the points that you want to write in your speech or in your paragraph or in your, if you're writing an article, whatever, you will be doing that. You will be writing a rough copy, you will make a note and you will try to write a sketch, overview sketch of your writing. The third step, now the third stage of writing is writing a draft. What do I mean by writing a draft? Very simple. After you noted down the points that you want to write, after you have noted it down, then what you will do is you will write a rough sketch. You will make a draft. Means you will write a rough sketch or a rough sheet of the whole thing that you have thought of writing. Means that could be a practice writing. Writing a draft can be termed as a practice writing. Whatever you brainstormed, whatever you thought, whatever notes you have taken down, you will now write a gist of, or you will write a rough of that concept. So that will be called as a draft. Draft is nothing but a piece of writing that is not yet finished and may be changed. Draft is that. A piece of writing that is not finished, that can be changed. Okay, piece of writing that is not finished, but that can be changed. So that is what is called a draft. After that, the next stage of writing after draft is editing the passage. Okay, means after you have drafted, after you have written the rough thing, now your time has come to edit the passage. What you will do is editing the passage. Check the spelling, you will check the grammar, you will check the sentence construction, every single details you will try to check while you are editing. Okay. After editing, again you will produce another. That is the final draft. That is the final writing. After editing, you will produce a final draft. And after you produce the final draft, after the final production of your writing, last thing that you will do is proofreading. What do we mean by proofreading? Proofreading means after everything is correctly decided, correctly written, everything is properly constructed, and a beautiful piece of writing has been formed. After that, you give your writing to maybe some expert, or you give your writing maybe to someone who is readily knowledgeable enough, and you will be given that as a proofreader. So that proofreader will be checking every single detail of your writing. What that proofreader will do, will check every alphabet, will check every spelling, will check each and every grammar, will check even he will check the punctuation. Okay? The proofreader, even if you read your all the mistakes have been eradicated once your piece of writing has been proofread, once your piece of writing is perfectly in order and you have all the things at place and it is ready to be published, then you can write. If you are a writer, you can publish it to a publishing house. If you are writing just an article for a newspaper, you can send it to the newspaper agency for being published and all. So these are basically the steps of writing. Now, tell me one thing before I get into the sub skills of writing. Tell me one thing. Is there anyone who has not understood the thing that I discussed till now? Is there anyone who did not understand what I discussed, did not understand what I explained? Is there anyone who did not understand what I explained? Yes, say something. Yes, no, maybe. Someone who did not understand what I explained. Is there anyone who did not understand what I had explained? Yes. Is there anyone who did not understand what I explained till now? Or shall I take it that you have understood everything? Am I audible to you people?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
If there is any doubt, you can ask me right now in the call, because next week when I will start with a new topic, because it is like the month of May now, and it is the last month of the semester, so we are supposed to finish our syllabus by this month. So I have only one topic left now, so which I will be finishing within the next 2 or 3 weeks. So this is rather the last class for writing skill. That's why I'm asking you again and again. If you have any doubt, you can ask me now before I start with the sub skills of writing. I have discussed about what is writing. I have discussed about what are the different types of writing, definition of writing. I have also discussed about the functions of writing, the stages of writing. Now I will discuss about the purpose of writing. Then I will enter into the sub skills. Okay. Now, what is meant by the term purpose? Different reasons, different uses of writing. Okay, we will discuss about the various purposes for which writing skill is necessary, for which writing skill is used. Okay, we will discuss about those purposes now. If you want, you can write down the purposes. Purpose number 1. To give information. To give information. This is the first purpose of writing. To give information. Purpose number 2, to entertain. First you write it down, then I will explain you as well. To entertain. Purpose number 3, to persuade. Number 4, to give opinions. To give opinions. Purpose number 4, to give opinions. Purpose number 5. Okay, first let us explain this. To give information. These are the purposes of writing. To give information. That was the first purpose of writing. What do I mean by that? Basically, I mean to say is, if you are writing a textbook, if you are writing notices, if you are writing brochures, if you are writing flyers, circulars, basically your aim is to provide some information. So that is where writing also comes into existence. So that is the purpose of writing. What do? You give information through various forms of writing. This is one purpose of writing, to share information. Next purpose, to entertain. Okay. Now, how do you entertain? You entertain as a writer, you entertain as a blogger, you entertain as a novelist, you entertain as a dramatist, you entertain as a short story writer. Means to entertain the reader with something which is beyond knowledge giving. It is something which is pleasurable. Your writing should be pleasurable. If you are writing a pleasure writing, which is like a drama or a script or a movie, short play, something like that, then your aim is to entertain. That is the purpose of writing. The third purpose of writing is to persuade, means to make the reader believe or agree to what you are saying. For example, advertisements. Those who are writing advertisements, like the advertisements that we see on newspapers, advertisements that we see on magazines, these are all written advertisements. Somebody has written it. Even in class 12 syllabus of CBSE, you are taught the concept of advertisement writing. Why are you taught that? Because that is also a part of writing skill. Because if you remember, that was under the syllabus of writing skill. Because that is also a kind of for a purpose of writing. So to persuade is another purpose. Example is advertisement. Next is to give opinion. Okay. Opinion, what does it mean to give opinion? Means if you are writing an editorial column, if you are writing a review, okay, you are writing a review, you are writing an editorial column. Basically, you are trying to give your opinion through a public media. Like public media means, which refers to the concept of giving an opinion. Now you are giving an opinion how? By writing, definitely by writing, because there are their readers share their mindset, their to the public media, that is the newspaper. So these are the purposes of writing. These are basically the uses of writing. These are the purposes of writing. Now what we do? Now we will direct the major thing as the soft skills of writing. Now I will tell you something. There might be technical errors because I'm getting messages where people are writing that somebody is removing me and all this. Now, if somebody is doing it deliberately or somebody is like network, because of network issues is happening, I'm not sure about that. But the call is being recorded. Now listen to this carefully. The call is being recorded. I will be sending you the link as well, the recording, and the recording is also there in the Skype inbox. Even though if you are removed, even though if you miss out on a particular small portion, please come back and play the recording again, because I am deliberately recording it for you so that you people do not miss out on a single point which I am discussing. So come back again and listen to the audio, listen to the recording which I will be saving. Okay. So it is for your benefit. That's why I'm recording it. No need to worry about that I missed out on this point, that point. Everything will be clearly explained to you. Now let's start with the most important section of our discussion today. That is the sub-skills of writing. Listen to this carefully and note the points down which I will be discussing. Sub-skills of writing is the integral part of writing. What is meant by sub-skill? Skill means expertise. The term skill refers to expertise. Okay. Sub-skills of writing means underneath the whole system of writing. Underneath the whole system of writing, there are certain more accurate, in order to make the writing more skillful, in order to make the writing more appealing to the reader. Okay. Our ultimate aim as a writer will be to be more acceptable, to be more appealing, to be more welcome, to be more liked by the group of readers who are reading it. If you are a novelist, if you are a short story writer, if you are a novelist, your aim is to impress the mass, impress the readers by your writing. When you are a student, when you are writing your exam paper, your aim is basically to impress the teacher by your writing skill, by your showing that you're knowledgeable about the topic and you want to show, you express your knowledge through your exam paper. So you try to write with good handwriting. In your exam paper, you try to make as less spelling mistakes as possible. You try to write proper grammar as much as you can. You try to provide proper sentence construction as much as possible. Why you do that? You could have just given a writing, just a few words you could have written, and you could have submitted the paper, but you don't do it. You write properly sentences. Why? Because you want the reader, the teachers who are reading your answer sheet to like what you have written. These are what is sub skill. Okay. Now, what is the sub skill number one? Write down the sub skill. First sub skill. Sub skill underneath writing skill is divided into 7 categories. Okay. The sub skill is basically divided into 7 categories. The first category is known as mechanics. Write down. The first category of sub skill is known as mechanics. Mechanics, what is the first sub skill? The first sub skill of writing is called mechanics. What is mechanics? Mechanics is nothing but handwriting, spelling, and punctuation. First thing is mechanics, which is mechanics constitutes of handwriting, spelling, and punctuation. This is the first sub skill. Second sub skill number 2, sub skill of writing is organization. Write down the second sub skill of writing is called organization. Organization includes vocabulary and idiom. Organizations which include vocabulary and idiom. The third sub skill of writing is also called organization. The third sub skill of writing is also called organization. It includes paragraph, topic. It includes paragraph, topic, support cohesion, and unit. That is the third one. Now the fourth one. Fourth stage or the fourth category of sub skill is called syntax. The fourth category of sub skill is called syntax. S-Y-N-T-A-X. Syntax. What is meant by syntax? Syntax is sentence structure, sentence boundary, and style of sentences. Sentence structure, sentence boundary, and style of sentences. This is the fourth category of sub skill, which is called syntax. Fifth category of sub skill is called grammar. The fifth category of sub skill is called grammar. It includes rules of verbs. Grammar includes rules of verbs, rules of agreement, rules of verbs, rules of agreement, articles, verbs, articles, pronouns, prepositions, conjunctions, subject, predicate, sentence construction. All these are underneath the sub skill of grammar. So, another sub skill is grammar. After that, the next sub skill is content. The next sub skill is called content. Underneath content, the reasonings are relevance, logic, originality, and clarity. Relevance, logic, originality, and clarity. This will fall under the category of content. Next point is the writing process getting ideas. The writing process the writing process getting ideas. Getting started with the draft, revising, and then proceeding. Getting started with the draft, revising, and then proceeding. So these are basically the 7 categories of writing, the 7 sub skills of writing. What is the first sub skill? The first sub skill talks about mechanics. What is mechanics? Mechanics is nothing but handwriting, spelling, and punctuation. That is what is called mechanics. Okay. The second sub-skill of writing is organization. What is organization here? Organization here denotes vocabulary, denotes the idiom. Okay. The third sub-skill of writing is organization again, but here the organization is talking about a different context. Here the organization is talking about paragraph, talking about topic, talking about support, cohesion, and unit. The next topic is syntax. The next category is called syntax. What is syntax talking about? Syntax means sentences, sentence structure. Syntax talks about sentence structure, sentence boundary, style of writing a sentence. The next sub-skill is grammar, which talks about rule of verb, talks about agreement, rule of agreement of verb with that chapter, agreement of the verb with subject, then articles, prepositions, conjunctions, everything underneath grammar. After that, the next sub-skill is content. Content refers to the relevance of the topic. Content refers to clarity. Content refers to originality. Content refers to logic. What do I mean by that? I mean to say that if the content writing is not original, if the content of your writing is not clear, is not logical, then what happens is it will not appeal to the public. People will not like it, because remember one thing, soft skill is that basic extra requirement that you need to make your writing more appealing, that you need to make your writing more ornamental. Okay, without the soft skills, the whole idea of writing, without the soft skills, the whole aim of writing will be distorted, because if you have wrong handwriting, if your handwriting is bad, if you have wrong grammar usage, if you have wrong spelling usage, if you have paragraph, distorted paragraph, if your topic which you have chosen to write, the content of your topic is zero, it is of no use, it is not original, the content is actually going over the head of people, then nobody will be enjoying what you're doing. So you need to have your sub skills properly in place in order to make your writing better, in order to improve the skills. So this is what I want to discuss today's class. And we are almost at the end of the topic of writing. Okay? I will be just discussing the leftover portion of writing in my lecture club. Just small tips of writing I will give you, which I will do in the next class. Along with that, I will start with my new topic. Okay. So till then, all of you, please stay healthy and happy, and go through the lecture which I have recorded. Those who have missed out, those who could not join the class, those who have been removed, as you are saying, please go through the recording. And I'm sure I have explained the things in a very easy and in a very lucid manner. I'm sure you will be able to understand. Okay? Thank you, everyone. Stay happy, stay blessed.
Bye.